Leadership, the action of leading a group of people or an organization. The definition is simple. However, the value of leadership goes beyond a simple explanation. You're checking out The Healthy Leader, discussing the different styles and the importance of great leadership. Now here's your host, Michelle Franklin.
Hey guys, this is Michelle. I am back on tonight. I know I haven't been on, probably just been 2 nights, but I'm on now, and I just wanted to come on and talk about the disorganized leader. I'm in the process of writing tonight. Sometimes when I'm not feeling well, I will get up and I'll start writing. Those of you guys that know that I am writing. I'm actually in the process of writing a new book, actually a few of them. The book that I'm actually talking about is my leadership book. I have so far 4 books on leadership, and I will be writing more books hopefully in the future. And so on tonight, I want to talk to you guys about the disorganized leader, because I was just thinking about how disorganization can really have a leader all over the place. When I think about a disorganized leader, I think about somebody that's really stuck in a state of confusion. And disorganization is something that can penetrate every area of your life. And so I kind of think that it's impossible to believe that a person is organized in one area and everything else is perfect. I think that when you're dealing with disorganization, then that's something that penetrates or affect every sector of your life, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And so as leaders, how do we get to a point where it's okay being, or let me put it like this, how do we get to a place where it's okay with us living our lives in a place of confusion? When I think about being disorganized, I think about confusion. One definition actually identifies a disorganized leader as being broken, confused, and disoriented. Disoriented. You're all over the place. They lack order, which causes them to live their lives in a chaotic situation. At times, everything can seem to actually be chaotic because you're not organized. You have things all over the place. There's this show that comes on called Hoarders. Listen. If you have ever watched Hoarders before, and I'm going to say this, I've only watched it maybe twice because that was about as much as I can stomach it. You know what I'm saying? I really can't stomach watching stuff like that, but I had a friend who was telling me about a mutual friend that we have who actually hoarders. That's what she does. So when you go into her home, there's garbage, there's paper, there's stuff everywhere. You're walking on clothes and all kind of stuff, that's chaotic. That's confusion. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy to want to live your life in that way. It's like, how can you find what you're looking for when it's confusion, when everything is all over the place? And so at some point in time in your life, you have to make a decision to get organized, making sure where everything is at. It's almost like a file cabinet. When you have a file cabinet, you're putting things in order. You're able to find it when you're looking for it. And that really alleviates the stress off of you. It removes headaches. It removes, oh my goodness, just it gives you clear vision. I think that leaders who are disorganized do not have a clear vision. They do not have a clear vision. As a matter of fact, I thought I had something down here. Yep, right here. It said it's someone thrown into a state of disarray or confusion and lacking a visibility of everything that is around them. You know, they're not visible to certain things. They're not aware of certain things. And so yeah, it messes with your vision. You know, you can't find what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're looking up, let's say, going back to the file cabinet, you know, if you're looking for a certain file, if you had it in the file cabinet and you had a name on the folder that you were looking for, all you have to do is go to the file cabinet, open it up, look through, you know, flip through the little folders and and I just lost my train of thought, guys. Maybe I'm tired because it's 10:37 at night. But you flip through the little folders, you see the name labeled on there, and you just snatch out the folder, and boom, there you go. And so that's how it should be. You should not be disorganized to the point that you're all over the place. You don't know if you're coming. You don't know if you're going. And nothing is prioritized, right? And when I think about leaders that are not organized, that's what I think about. I think about the fact that they don't prioritize. How can they? They do not prioritize their lives. They don't prioritize their day. They don't prioritize anything, you know. And so if they don't prioritize their day, if they don't prioritize their lives, this is one of the reasons why they're all over the place. And so your priorities, what's first? When I think about priorities, I was working at this job one day, and this young lady, she told me, she said, you know what? She said, everybody have a different priority. And I told her, I said, although we all have different priorities, there are some priorities that we have that should automatically be considered first in everyone's life, like a mortgage or a rent. And she disagreed with me. She said, I don't think that's true. I think everybody have different priorities. Well, you may have a different priority, but it doesn't mean that your order or your way of doing things is correct. Whenever you do not choose to pay your mortgage or your rent first, or any household bills to keep a roof over you and your family's head first, it means that you're operating outside of an order. You know, just because everybody have different priorities doesn't mean that there isn't a correct order to doing things. And when you are a leader, you will align your life and you will adapt to the proper order to doing things. There is a correct way to do something. And leaders who are not organized, they don't focus on the correct way of doing things at all. They don't. Can you imagine going on a job interview and when you get there, your resume is balled up in your purse because you got so much junk in your purse or so much junk in your bag? I will not hire you. That is a sign of a leader who's not organized. I wouldn't hire you. So if this is how you come to an interview, this is how you work. And so it is so important, it is so vital that we as leaders take the time to put in the work to becoming organized. It is imperative that we organize our entire life all the way down to our time. How much time are we giving to this? How much time are we giving to that? We have to organize our lives as leaders if we're going to be effective. And not only effective, but you know what? If we are going to live a healthy and successful life, we just have to prioritize. It's just as simple as that. We cannot get around not prioritizing, guys. We just cannot do it. We cannot do it any longer. And so, a disorganized leader, let me just read this before I get off. So, when we encounter an unhealthy leader who struggles with the trait of disorganization, it's important to demonstrate compassion with them, because in order to help them, you must find the root problem. There's always a root problem that has driven a person to disorganization. You don't just grow up to become disorganized. You just don't. It's just as simple as that. There's a root cause to that. And if you work with a person, if you're compassionate with a person, then you can help them overcome that place of disorganization. Okay, so now let's look at this, and I'm getting ready to get off, guys. I just wanted to come on here briefly. I know I don't sound like my happy go cheerful self, but I just wanted to come on here to talk to you guys about this. Okay, so I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to get off, and it's just simply going over a disorganized leader is identified as a broken, confused, and disoriented person. I want you guys to remember that. Broken, they're confused, and they are disoriented. It's a person that's all over the place. They lack order, which causes their lives to seem chaotic at times, okay? They live chaotic lives. They live lives full of confusion. Again, they don't know if they're coming, and they don't know if they're going, okay? So I wanted to leave you guys with that on tonight. I pray that you guys enjoyed this brief podcast on tonight. I just wanted to come on tonight and do it because I haven't done it in the last few days. I'm a bit tired. I know you guys can tell, but I bid you peace and blessings, grace and peace. I love you guys, and let's continue to aim to be the best leaders that God has created us to be, guys. We have to aim, we have to invest in who we are so that we can be the great leaders that God has called us to be. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Until tomorrow. Mwah. Peace and love.